Good afternoon, dear listeners. I'm your host, Dr. Bonnie M. Nicol, once again to welcome you all to our weekly edition of our women's program, Eve's Corner. Truly, this program is special as it is dedicated to women who will be sharing about their life experiences, their achievements, their contributions to society, which may inspire and touch the lives of many other women out there. I'm sure our listeners are enthusiastic to know who is our special guest today. And I take this privilege to introduce our guest, Srimati Alpana Dobhal Khanduri, Principal, Vedas International School, Gurgaon, Haryana. She has been awarded the prestigious Global Edu Icons Award 2023 by the Global School Leaders Consortium for her exceptional contribution to education and academics. This achievement is surely a testament to her unwavering dedication and commitment to excellence in the field of education. Ma'am Alpana is an experienced and passionate educator. Her rich exposure to CBSE, Cambridge, as well as ICSE curricula has shaped her distinct and innovative approach as an academic leader. With her extensive experience in the field of education, Ma'am is well versed in modern pedagogy and the latest educational practices. This expertise enables her to create an engaging and enriching learning environment that fosters students' success. A very good afternoon to you, ma'am, and a heartfelt welcome to Eve's Corner.
Good afternoon, Dr. Bonnie.
As we are nestled in Eve's Corner this afternoon, shall we listen to Ma'am Alpana as she quickly takes us down memory lane to her childhood and college days?
Thank you so much, Dr. Bonnie. First of all, thank you for giving this opportunity, and I'm very happy that this program is going to be live for all my Shillong students especially. So, as you have asked me about my childhood journey, during my childhood time, I was very interested and very active participant in co-curricular activities. And somewhere I feel like the participation over the co-curricular activities is somewhere plays very important role for making my career over here. So during my childhood time and even my college time, I have been awarded with the many national awards such as National Debate Champion at college level, NCC Seat Certificate Cadet. I had participated in Republic Day Parade. I was the best speaker over the Youth Parliament. And I have done Himalaya trekking of Kafni Glacier. You must be shocked that I received my first state award at the age of 8 years. And I was awarded by the Best Speaker Award by ex-governor of Uttarakhand.
Wow.
So that's all about my school as well as my college journey. And somewhere I feel like all these co-curricular participation has actually inculcate all the values which are actually required to become a good leader.
Well, congratulations. You have, I think, that inborn talent in you throughout your childhood and college and even till today. And I'm sure this was a nostalgic moment for you to share about your childhood and college days, Ma'am Alpana.
Definitely, yes.
You're an outstanding educator. So was this your vision in life as you graduated, or what exactly drew you to being an educator? In other words, who motivated you to your journey to an educator?
Actually, I was motivated by one of my college professors, Ms. Dr. Tulika Chandra. She was professor of economics, and like the way she taught, the way she understand all the students, that motivate me a lot. And she's the one to whom I can say that yes, she has created me, she has built whatever I am today.
I see.
Apart from this, like as you have asked about the vision of my life is, as I am in the field of education since 2010, and after completion of all these 13 years, I realized that yes, God has created me to bring some changes in the new education system. And yes, I just wanted to provide an education to all the kids where they feel very relaxed, very happy, and yes, they actually know about the values. and that the system which they needed to opt from their parents as well as the previous generation.
Exactly, providing an incredible learning experience for
Exactly.
the students. Yes.
Yes.
So, ma'am, your outstanding contributions have garnered recognition, including the prestigious awards. To name a few: Top Principal Award at the Education Excellence Conclave 2023, Pride of India Award 2022 by Governor of Haryana, Global Edu Icons Award 2022 to 23 by GSLC. We heartfully applaud you for your contributions in the world of education. Now, how does it feel to be recognized as a global edu icon and receive such prestigious awards for your leadership in education?
So receiving any award in the education field, that makes us very proud because it gives us recognition that yes, we have done some changes over the society, we have bring some changes, and we are doing something great. So this recognition reinforced me, believe in the powers of transformative education, and motivate me to continue to work hard for the excellence in shaping the future of our students and the society.
You're surely an icon. Getting to the crux of our conversation as educators, let us talk about the changing contours of education. As we all are aware that the education system is evolving at a rapid pace, and we would like to hear from you on the elements of this change.
As everybody knows that the education system has bring lots of changes right now, as most of the leaders are adopting the new education policy. And yes, we all are working over it. Apart from this, it's an era of AI, and every school, every students are, because the generation is too intelligent, ma'am, and they actually wanted to implement these new technologies over the education system. So somewhere I feel AI and ChatGPT is somewhere helpful for the betterment of the students. So these all are the changes, and skill education is one of the new factors that recently CBSE has, not only CBSE, like most of the boards have implemented over the education system that will enhance the skills among the students, and they will be getting the vocational training during the school days.
Yes, and the ability to adapt to these rapid and transformative changes emerges as a strong success enabler. And when they are, policymakers, educators, I think that is where the NEP has come up, and I'm sure this will truly transform education. Ma'am, could you enlighten us on the potent key drivers for students' ability to adapt and succeed in the rapid evolving education system of today, and ultimately to fare well in the job market?
I believe children are quite smart. They all are very good. They can adopt these changes, and they will definitely succeed to adopt all these changes. Whatever is going to be happen over the education system.
How do you envision the future of education, and what role do you believe the school leaders will play in shaping it?
In education, the leaders plays a very important role for shaping the education system. There was one leader. Everybody knows about his name. That's Napoleon Bonaparte. Napoleon Bonaparte has once said that if a leader is a lion and he is having 100 dogs over his army, then also he is going to win that war. But if a leader is having thousands of lions in his army and he is like a dog, then there is no surety that he's going to win that particular war. So I believe the leaders can bring lots of changes because they have lots of power to motivate their teams. A leader can support the team. They can build the relation between the subordinates as well as themselves. Then only people can work together to achieve their main goal.
I totally agree with you, ma'am, because the educators truly have a very vital role to play in shaping the future of the students. A passionate mentor, Ma'am Alpana firmly believes that there is no greater responsibility and privilege than grooming the next generation. Now, the question that lies ahead of us is, how do we empower our students to take on future challenges and excel in their chosen fields of endeavor?
So we can empower our students because they have n number of career options. They just needed a very good guidance from the parent side as well as from the teacher side.
Before we indulge more into the conversation, we would like to know a little about your school under your able guidance. If you could just tell us about the different academies and the achievements of your school.
Dr. Boni, my school is like around 20 kilometers far from the Gurgaon, and we are running a residential academy. One is Baichung Bhutia Residential Academy, and another is 3040 Residential Academy.
I see.
So during my tenure as a principal, our school has received lots of awards, and my students has made me proud because in football last year, our 7 students got selected for the Indian national camp.
Mm-hmm.
And apart from this, we are the only winner over the complete Gurgaon district whenever there is football matches over here. We have received Excellence in Education Award as well from the LROC K-12 Summit.
Mm-hmm.
That was the holistic development of every individual over here.
Mm-hmm.
So these are the achievements that we have done over there. And I feel very proud to be the part of Vedas International.
Commendable work. Yes, I think you all have a good team and under your leadership and students who also are excelling well. It is amazing to be in conversation with a highly motivated and enthusiastic educationalist who has won several awards. And besides the other prestigious awards that I have mentioned earlier, you have also won the at LROC K-12 Summit 2022. And you've won the Admirable Award in Progressive Educational Approach for Holistic Development. Well, as an educator myself, I strongly agree with holistic approach in education. I think for that we need soft skills, critical thinking skills, personality development, and also life skills.
Yeah.
And what about adopting effective pedagogies, which can transform the learning outcomes? If you could just add on to this.
The pedagogy is what actually where you are not only providing the explanation about any of the chapter or any of the content. Pedagogy is somewhere which is related with how you can explain any topic to your child in a very effective way, where you must be sure that yes, child is able to understand, and the process of education is going to be complete once it started from the teacher and it reached to the student. So the pedagogy is like where a teacher need to explain all the topics related with that particular child, need to be explained in a very simplest way. I believe the child needs to understand every topic with the help of experiential learning.
Mm-hmm. Very true. And one cannot even overlook what we call as the CBC, that is competency-based curriculum,
Yes,
which is undoubtedly the need of the hour.
Exactly. So it's not a matter whether the child is from the nursery grade or from the 12th grade. Every child needs to be explained in a very simplest way that yes, they can utilize their education for the longer period of time.
As rightly quoted by William Arthur Ward, and I quote, "Teaching is more than imparting knowledge. It is inspiring change, and learning is more than absorbing facts. It is acquiring understanding." You have been to several education excellence conclaves. Could you share the insights of educationists at this point?
Somewhere I feel like an educator can bring lots of changes over the education system. And it's not a profession which is because of the chance. It's all because of the choice. An educator needs to understand that, yes, by her they have chosen this career. And once an educator can realize the sense of their own choice, then definitely they'll provide the best whatever they are having. So as an educator, I believe somewhere like all the problems which I have faced during my childhood as well as my college days, I don't want that all my students will repeat the same kind of problem. So I'll try to provide this education system with a most effective way. And yes, I can proudly say that me, my students, and all my teachers are having a very good relationship with the students. We have a connection where my students feel comfortable to share their experiences, their problems with me. And once their problems resolve the education, they can open the doors to adopt the education directly.
So in your experience and with your expertise, how have you collaborated with teachers, parents, and the broader community to create a supportive learning environment that meets the diverse needs of students?
See, collaboration it's like a key to create a supportive learning environment. And the collaboration is actually required because without collaboration, we cannot come to over a very good result. So the collaboration is going to be include the teachers, parents, as well as the student. So where the parents need to understand their child, teacher need to understand their children, and the parents and teacher need to have a very good collaboration. Then only they can resolve the problems, which somewhere becomes a hurdle for the development of a child. If
So
we
it is
have
a
a good
combination of the
collaboration,
conventional and the unconventional, isn't it?
exactly, because somewhere the parents or the grandparents are having the different type of strategies, and yes, the new generation is having a different type of strategies as well as thinking and thoughts. It can help the parents or the grandparents to come over the new education system or to adopt this new changes.
Many people believe that teaching is challenging to the point it becomes overwhelming and too much to handle. Ma'am, what is your take on this? And if you could share any of your most challenging moments during your career as a teacher, as an educator?
Definitely. I never feel that it's a challenging because as I have told you, that's a career by choice, not by the chance. During my this complete 13 years of experience, I have faced challenging issues. One of my previous principal has given me the grade 4th class teachership. And that time I was working as a PGT commerce, and it becomes very difficult to handle the kids of grade 4. But after a month, I realized that the kids, those who are from the primary section, they love their teacher a lot. They have a very different kind of bond because after their mom, they are actually connected with, particularly with their teacher. These are the challenges. And once you understand the psychology of a child, once a child feel comfortable with you, then you won't be facing any problem to handle the kid.
On that note, I think we go on to the next question that is very apt to what we are talking about. Being such a well-known educator, I'm sure you are gifted with remarkable strengths and skills. So if you could share some of the skills with us.
A very good motivator. I can motivate my children, and I know that if I'll say something, they will definitely do it. Not because that I'm a principal, but yes, because they all are very connected with me and they know that yes, they have to do this and motivate my children. And I'm having a very good management skills. Being a student of management, I can manage my school, my team, my students in a very best way.
I think
And
I can
if you just
visualize that
wanted
you
to
have a very good rapport with your students as well as your teachers. At this juncture, I would like to draw our attention to what we women strive towards and what is women's empowerment. Ma'am Alpana, a woman of empowerment having a remarkable 12 years of teaching experience, has successfully navigated various education boards, showcasing her versatility and commitment in providing quality education. A very pertinent query, ma'am. As a woman in a leadership position, can you share specific instances where you have championed women empowerment and worked towards breaking gender barriers in your organization or community?
During my particular experience, I always try to establish the equality among the women as well as men. I'm promoting the child education, girls' child education especially. We have given a special type of discount to our girl child. As well as we are providing the special remedial classes to all the girls' child over here.
So if you could tell us a little more on the strategies or initiatives that you have implemented to promote gender inclusivity and empower women in your community beyond your role as a school leader. How do you really encourage young girls and women to pursue leadership positions?
In my society, there are lots of women, those who are not working, but yes, I have assigned them some tasks that they can do it from their home, and once they complete their work, they can submit it to the office over there. So, some of the women are very good in content writing, but due to the lack of time, they won't be able to do all the 8 hours jobs. But yes, they wanted to do something for the society. So I have assigned them some tasks related with content writing. In their free time, whenever they get the time, they needed to write down something regarding their experiences, regarding any topic where they feel comfortable and happy. So that's how somewhere I feel like every woman need to have a very good rapport over the society, and they need to create their own existence over the society.
Yes, and we should always do our best for the upliftment of women. And now, in your view, ma'am, what role does education play in fostering women empowerment, and how have you integrated gender equality principles into the educational framework of your institution?
I feel that it's all because of the education, because education plays a vital role in fostering the women empowerment, as it provides knowledge, skills, opportunities for personal and professional growth. So here we are providing this gender equality, and which means, yes, the boys and girls, everyone is able to do anything. Here, not only the boys are playing football, but yes, our girls are also playing football. They have their own team over here.
Well said, ma'am. And yes, education is the best weapon to overcome any kind of challenges and differences that may exist. So, as a working woman in the education sector, what are your responsibilities for fostering the growth of women in our society?
So as a working woman, I just wanted that the society of women must be a multifaceted, being a role model or inspirer for young girls as well as women to pursue their educational and the career aspirants with the confidence. And I just wanted that everyone can pursue their career. They need to complete their qualifications. They need to have a very good educational background.
All right, let's get a little up close and personal. Ma'am, what is your philosophy of life and what are you really passionate about?
So as an educator, my philosophy of life is to guide, to provide the best teaching strategies, whatever I'm having to all the students. I just wanted to give the importance of a few more points, like there must be the student-centered approach, lifelong learning and holistic development, inclusivity as well as diversity, collaboration and community, as well as sustainability over the education system.
Right.
And I believe over the critical thinking as well as problem-solving skills, where the students can work over their analytical as well as problem-solving skills.
So it all revolves around you being as an educator. All right, on a lighter note, what is your favorite recreational activity? Are you into writing or listening to music?
Whenever I got my time, so I utilize this particular time for writing poems, and for my every 12 pass out batch, I used to write, and still I'm writing poems to all my beloved students. And apart from this, I can say that yes, not a so good sketch artist, but yes, I'm an artist as well.
So multi-talented. And if I'm not wrong, I think you're also into shairis.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
so why don't you share with us a shairi?
Because the program is actually, it's related with women empowerment.
Okay.
I just wanted to share one poem with you. It's about the Nari. एक अधूरे अस्तित्व की कहानी लिख रही हूँ, मैं नारी हूँ, नारी की पहचान लिख रही हूँ, सबके अस्तित्व को सजाती रही, अपनी कहानी खुद मिटाती रही, वो नारी ही है जो समर्पण की मूरत बनी, वो नारी ही है जो समर्पण की मूरत बनी, उसकी कहानी अपनों से थी, वो अपनों के लिए समर्पित हो गई. A woman can do, only a woman can do for the society as well as for her family, that other people cannot do.
So I think I should say, wah, adabo. That was superb. Any favorite song, ma'am?
My favorite song is Zindagi ki yahi reet hai, haar ke baad hi jeet hai. Whenever I feel very disheartened, then I generally listen this song, which gives me a lot of energy that yes, I have to stand up and I have to win this race.
It is a very meaningful song.
जिंदगी की यही रीत है, हार के बाद ही जीत है. जिंदगी की यही रीत है, हार के बाद ही जीत है. थोड़े आंसू है, थोड़ी हंसी, आज गम है तो कल है खुशी. जिंदगी की यही रीत है, हार के बाद ही जीत है. थोड़े आंसू है, थोड़ी हंसी, आज गम है तो कल है खुशी. जिंदगी की यही रीत है, हार के बाद ही जीत है.
And so, listeners, we have almost come to the end of our very interesting, educative, and vibrant conversation. Before we wrap up our conversation, we would love to hear a message, ma'am, to all the listeners, especially the ladies listening to Eve's Corner.
So my message to all the ladies, especially from the Eastern corner, that I love you a lot. Thank you so much, Shillong women. All the best for your future. And I have seen that all the people, those who belong from the Eastern side, they all are very hardworking. And I have seen the dedication. So all the best and stay happy. Win the race. The world is waiting for you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your very beautiful and inspirational message. And yes, please do come to Shillong, visit us. We would be glad to have you here. I'm sure you enjoyed listening to our special guests at Eve's Corner this afternoon, Srimati Alpana Dobhal Khanduri. I'm sure for some of you, this conversation might have ignited your passion to be an educator and make a difference. Ma'am, you have surely been influential in the lives of thousands of students and peer educators. Thank you so much for being a part of our program, Eve's Corner. It was a pleasure for me personally to be in conversation with a very passionate and dedicated educator. We wish you the best in fulfilling your visions as an educator in bringing about positivity in the society. Here I have a beautiful thought, especially for you, ma'am, a beautiful thought that I would like to share. A good teacher can inspire hope, ignite the imagination, and instill a love of learning. A quote by Brad Henry. May God bless you as you continue to strive tirelessly to enrich the lives of the next generation, and may you also be instrumental as a role model for women empowerment.
Thank you so much, Dr. Bonnie.
Thank you, ma'am. So until next time, dear listeners, this is your host, Dr. Bonnie M. Nichols, signing off. Adios and take care.